We are continuing with the why marriage question. And today we want to delve into one of the purposes, purpose number one of marriage, which is that we come together to mutually complete one another. But before I delve there, I want to say that marriage is called an institution. It is a school. Actually, it is the only school where you're given a certificate before you start, because you need to work towards that certificate. It's an institution. You continue learning. You learn before, you learn during, and it's a process. You must agree with me, my wife, that it is a process. You learn one another, you learn about the institution, and connected to mutually completing one another. When you go back to that scripture, Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, you know, where God says that it is not good for man to be alone. You notice that God created the earth, He created the heavens, the water, the creation, everything. And whenever He created something, God said it is good. He created another thing, He said it is good. He created the moon, the sun, the stars, said it is good. He created man, He said it is very good. This is the first time in scripture when God said it is not good for man to be alone, because God knew that for man to be alone, to be lonely, is dangerous. Therefore He created, yes, the helper, the woman. And my wife, just pick it up from there. Yes.
So when God says that it is not good, He has a solution, and He causes the man to fall into a deep sleep, and then picks one of the ribs and then molds the woman out of that rib and presents her to the man, and the man says, wow. This is what he would say, you know, this is bone of my bones, this is flesh of my flesh. And here comes in the purpose that actually the woman was to mutually complement the man. Where he falls short, she fills in. Yeah. Just like we always think of puzzles, the two pieces that perfectly fit each other are actually different. So those differences, those weaknesses and strengths that the two of you have come together to mutually complement one another. As many of you may know, my husband has a higher word count, way higher than mine. So in our home, there is one to speak, one to listen. And in other areas, we have realized that we are different, yet we perfectly complement one another.
Yes, and surely the other way of looking at it, she is a better writer, and she runs our blog on WordPress, whereas for me, I will speak, so I will go out, share, lead a session, and encourage men and women, or even when we have hosted guests at home, whether it is for a session or just guests at home, I will do the entertaining of the guests, and she will do the preparing of the drinks and the things that are in the background as I do the talking and the engaging. How about that? Mutually completing one another.
And that actually God does not waste resources.
No.
He knows how to balance it so that it all comes out perfect.